Alright, hey, this is Mega here, and this is it, guys. I'm gonna go install my new wheels. Finally, man, I've been waiting and waiting. I've been waiting like more than a year to do this, guys. And we're finally gonna install some 17s on my Rav4 Prime, okay? Yeah, so this is that video when we go install them, alright? So, basically I'm just gonna take the old wheels off and put the new ones on, and then I don't think the TPMS sensors are gonna work, alright? But yeah, so I've done previous videos on show and tell and stuff. I'm not going to go over it. This is just an install video, and I'll kind of go over how I'm going to install them and everything, but pretty much, yeah, this is just for entertainment stuff, okay? But so these are the wheels that I'm installing. All right, they're Enkei TS-5s, all right, TS-5. It's 17 by 8 plus 40, all right? That's a 5 by 114.3 lug pattern. That's what the Rav4 uses. All right, and in the previous video I said like, oh, I wanted the 6 spokes, and I wound up getting the 5, all right, because I got a better deal on them. So, but the good thing about having 5 spokes versus 6 is the 5 is lighter, right? Hopefully they'll be pretty strong, right? Because this thing is a beast, man. It's heavy, all right. But hopefully the lighter wheels will get me good gas mileage, all right, and better efficiency and everything, right? There. We'll be installing, and what I've got a Falken WildPeak AT trails in 245, 65, 17s. All right, that's what we'll be installing. And I'll go over we'll take a look at them real quick. We'll take a look at the Lugnuts I'll be using, and the Hub Spacer rings that I'll be using. Okay, and I'll probably put as much of the stuff I install in the description of the video. All right, let's go install these finally. It's lovely weather out. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right, all right? Okay guys, so here's a close-up of what we're installing. Like I mentioned, Enkei TS-5, 17 by 8 plus 40 offset, and it's wrapped with Falken WildPeak AT trails, okay? These are the legit, the more expensive versions, okay? I just did a review on the 01 Alphas. That's a cheaper one, so check that out if you're interested in those. But these are the, these are the more rugged ones, is what I want to say. They're more better. Okay, they're in 245, 65, 17s. All right, they're an H-rated tire. I never gone more than 130 miles on my miles per hour on my Rav4, so that's H-rated is fine for me. Okay, and here's the stuff we're going to be installing with it. Okay, and so here are some of the tools and fasteners that we'll be using to install it, okay? These are the rings. These are, if you install aftermarket wheels, chances are that the hub bore diameter for the wheel is different than the hub bore diameter for your vehicle, okay? So in this case, this is a 60.1 to 72.6, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, 60.1 to 72.6 millimeter hub bore spacer, okay? So this will go over the like kind of where the rotor is, all right, on the hub, and then that'll take up that space. That way when you install the wheels, they'll be nice and centered, okay? And then we'll be using a Gorilla spline, all right, 6 spline lug nuts, all right? It's kind of like it works as kind of like a security lock and the lug nut at the same time, okay? Because it's not the highest security, as I want to say, because these keys are pretty easy to get, unfortunately. All right, but here you go. I went with the Gorilla brand because it's well known. All right, I didn't want like rusty lug nuts after a while, and I got the black ones. Okay, I think they're black oxide coated. All right, they're M12 by 1.5. All right, that's the size you need for the lug nuts. All right, I've already got anti-seize compound on the studs on my Rav4, so I'm not gonna anti-seize it. Okay, maybe next time. All right, I've got a 19 millimeter for the lock. All right, the 19 millimeter. This is a dual size key, is what I call it, or a lug nut socket. It'll work with 19, and right here is a 21. Okay, so I will use the 19 for this guy. Okay. And then we'll be using a 21 millimeter to remove the stock OEM lugs. Okay, so that's a scoop. And that should be pretty much it. I've got a Harbor Freight floor jack right there, and I've got a chock on the front. Let's go install these. All right, it's install time, baby. I've already got the jack all set up and everything. Whoa, my car's moving. It's a good thing I got chocks on it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, the first one will be the rear right. Okay, I'm gonna go clean the hub surface of all the rust on it. I guess the good thing about having these spacers on is it's gonna cover this area and hopefully it won't rust as much. My Rav4 has about 46,000 miles on it, so yeah, it looks pretty good still though. Just make sure it's nice and clean. Okay, now it's nice and clean. We'll go put the spacer on. All right, it's a little loose, man. I would expect it to go on a little tighter than that. That's, I guess that'll work. Okay, we're gonna go get our wheel, put it on there. Brand new wheel. Love it. Okay, it's on there. Just want to come off. Put my feet on there. Alright, put our first lug nut in. Just a little bit. And these guys should kind of self-center themselves. I think I like the, you know what, I think the chrome lug nuts would look okay also, so I think chrome would be okay. But we went with this. Okay, we got our 19 millimeter. Okay, let it line up. I'm gonna put it on lightly first. You're not supposed to use an impact gun with these. Whatever, it's fine. Also, you can install them. Okay, I've got my torque wrench here. We're going to torque it at 80 foot-pounds. Shit. I might be able to torque it at 80 foot-pounds. We'll see. Depends how strong the parking brake is. Just tighten it a little bit at a time. Really big torque wrench, so it does the job. Okay, there's one, there's two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, do it one more time. Good luck. And I didn't scratch my wheel. That's one of the things I'm kind of pissed off about. The technicians, man, they scratch my wheels, man. The other one, my stock wheels were scratched, and I know I didn't do it. Okay, and there we go. That's the first one installed, guys. Woo-wee. All right. So now we're gonna do the right. We're gonna do the left rear now. Okay, since I got the back jacked up. Okay, since I got both wheels off at a time, you guys could take a look at the difference between the new wheel and the old wheel. Obviously, this one's got way more rubber. All right, the sidewall is much bigger. All right, because this is an 18, this is a 17 right here. Right, so the wheel is an inch smaller. Right, and so if the wheel's an inch smaller, you got more rubber. Right, and the ride will be better. All right, you can see the sidewall is much bubblier. All right, it sticks out a lot more. And this is almost flat, dude. It's only got like maybe half an inch, where this one's probably sticking out like an inch from the lip. So your chances of a rock rubbing up on your wheel are less. All right, it's better for off-road driving. Okay, this is better for cornering on the pavement, guys. Okay, so that's the trade-off. When you go with something like this, you're gonna be better off-road. All right, and it's gonna be have a better ride, but it's not gonna handle as good as this because the sidewall is not, you know, it's not as bubbly, is what I want to say. All right. This has a smaller sidewall, so it'll wallow less. Okay, so I kind of wanted a better ride, so I go with this. All right, it's not a sports car, guys. All right. Anyway, yeah. So this is the stock Rav4 Prime SE 18-inch wheel, and then this is the new TS-5. All right, 245 65 17, 225 60 18. All right. Those are the difference in the tires. All right, these are kind of the same tires. All right, this is the Falken WildPeak AT Trail. This is the Falken WildPeak AT Trail 01 Alpha. Okay, so this is a less it's like a watered down version of the regular AT Trail tire. Okay, you can see that the tread blocks on the side look bigger. Right, they go deeper. All right, maybe it's because of the tire size. Don't quote me on that. Okay. It's got this, it's pretty much all the same tire. All right, I noticed this tire is a little softer than this tire. All right, that's probably why it grips better. And the tread is really tall, man. This is like got 10 millimeters of tread. All right, so they'll last, this is guaranteed to last up to like 60,000 miles. All right, so I'd imagine this one 30,000. That sounds about right, actually, because these have 23,000 miles on them, and they're about halfway worn. Right, so I'd imagine after another 10,000, it's probably close to time to replace them. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and install the left rear. All right. Okay, I'm not really gonna talk you through this one. I'm just gonna kind of do it. All right. Like I said, this video is kind of more for entertainment purposes. Okay. So what I like about the Acorn lug nuts, so this wheel's used a different lug nut than the stock ones, the OEM ones. Most aftermarket wheels use Acorn lug nuts, all right, or conical. They have like a little cone shape at the end. And what's nice about these guys is they self-align themselves, all right. The stock ones have the, you know, it's kind of like a shank sort of. Stick them in there, and it's got a washer. You know, these ones self-center themselves. That's what I like about them. Those ones don't. You kind of have to center it yourself, or else it won't. Like, it may not go in. All right, that's what I want to say. That's what I like about the Acorn lug nuts. Other than that, really not much of a difference. Okay, and I like to lightly tighten them first. Maybe just use the 21 now. I like to lightly tighten it first to make sure everything all lines up nicely, and then I like to torque it in there. Okay, since this is the last one, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it now. I'm gonna go ahead and torque the lug nuts. Okay, what I'm gonna do is move the. Oh, dude, look at how look at the difference in the rake, man. You thought my Rav4 was raked before. Man, it's super raked right now. Check it out. All right, before we take the fronts off, it's hella raked, dude. Here, let me see if I can line up the camera. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty raked. It's much taller in the back now. All right. So you can imagine that the wheel gap in the front is going to be a lot less. All right. So the front is going to be the interesting one. The brake rotors. All right. The brake caliper is the limiting factor on the size of the wheel we can use. Otherwise, I would have gone with a 16 instead. Okay, guys. All right. Okay, we're gonna go install the front right. All right, front passenger. Okay, go ahead and put the wheel on. Trying to put all the Enkei logos up for the first picture, right? See how the wheel centers itself? Okay, and we'll go ahead and torque the lugs later. Okay, because we can't do it. It's not good for the drive system. All right, so front right installed. Okay, I almost forgot. All right, Hayes Mega here, and we're gonna take a measurement. All right, a weight measurement of the stock Rav4 Prime SE wheel. All right. Versus the Enkei TS-5, all right, so this one has a 2 225 60 18, and this has 245 65 18. So this one has a lot more rubber than this one. So I'd imagine probably very similar weights, because this one is a bigger wheel. The wheel is heavier. Okay, so let's go. I got the scale here. I'm just gonna wheel it on there, and then we'll see. Okay, it'll be upside down, but I'll put a subtitle in the right direction. All right, guys. All right, so here's the stock Toyota wheel. Okay, I'm gonna try to balance it as best as I can. All right, 53.4 pounds. Got that? Enkei TS-5 with the tires. Oh. $56.8. So these are about 4 pounds heavier than half-worn tires on the stock Rav4 Prime. Not too bad. I'll take that. The extra 4 pounds, I didn't think it'll make that much of a difference. Okay, another quick comparison is we can check to see how heavy the lug nuts are. So like I said, in the previous video, I used these spline lug nuts because they're lightweight. All right, they're lighter than the stock ones. Okay, so big scale won't do it. I'm gonna do the little scale. For the 0, lug nuts. Okay, 5.8 ounces. Not a whole lot. Okay. Put these back in the box. These guys are rusting already, by the way. 12 ounces. So, what was it 5.8 versus 12? These are literally half the weight. All right, these are these lugs are half the weight of these lugs. All right, so that's why I bought the spline lug nuts, because they're lightweight. Okay, guys, you could probably even get even lighter ones. They have open-ended lug nuts. Okay, these ones are closed end. This one's probably even lighter. So, and then if you want to go a step further, you can get, I don't know, man. I think they have aluminum ones, but I heard they're not very strong. You know, so okay, so there you go. So that's the difference in the weights. All right. So these ones are lighter, not by much. Okay, guys, not even a pound difference. But does it make a difference? Maybe on a race car it does, but on a Rav4 probably not. All right, and we got the difference between the new wheel and the old wheel is about 3 or 4 pounds. All right, and I'd imagine once this one starts to wear out more, it'd probably be lighter than this. That's my guess. All right, so yeah, so I'm not getting much of a weight penalty. Moving down to the 17s, I want to say. We've got more rubber, smaller wheel, more rubber, and we got a larger wheel with less rubber. All right, so I think I would rather have the more rubber. Okay, guys, and this one's gonna spin less than this one, a little, just by a teeny tiny bit. So that's a little less wear and tear on stuff too. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. New wheel installed. Alright, and with that, we got it installed. Alright, now let's kind of clean up all those lug nuts. Only thing left are the lug nuts and the extra wheels. So. Alright, not quite done. We gotta drop the car and torque the lug nuts. Jack too fast. It's okay. All right, guys, and there we go. That's my Rav4 wrapped with some Enkei TS-5s, all right, with Falken WildPeak AT trails on them. Very nice. It looks tall, dude. Let's go check the wheel gaps, all right. The wheel gap should be a little less, all right. I heard you're not supposed to get any rubbing with this, all right, guys. So I'm gonna take my gloves off for this. All right. So front wheel gap, we're gonna use the fingers, guys. My Hades and Mega fingers, and I've got 7 fingers. All right, 7 fingers, guys, in there. All right, and in the back. All right. Remember, we're on an incline. It's probably supposed to be less than this. So I'm gonna say the back is. I'd say that's 8 fingers. 8 fingers, guys. 8 fingers. Maybe a little more than 8 fingers. It's a little loose in there. All right, but yeah, 8 fingers. So it's a little bit taller in the back than it is in the front. I'd imagine it'll probably be the same, 8 and 7, when I have it on a level surface. Right, my driveway is a little bit on an incline. Okay, so another thing is, I actually never installed these wheels on this vehicle before. I installed the Evo wheels and they were fine, all right? So there's not a lot of space in there, guys. I can barely get my pinky between the caliper and the wheel, all right? That's pretty damn close, all right? But I think we'll be okay, all right? And supposedly there's not supposed to be any rubbing going on there. Well, I guess I'll have to just drive it and find out, all right? But there's no rubbing back here. Yeah, there's plenty of space back here. Okay, yeah, I could feel some kind of brake line back here, but it's not touching the wheel at all right? And then we'll just have to find out by actually driving it and turning the steering. I'm gonna take it for a test ride right now, okay, guys? Whether it's gonna rub on the liners and stuff. But it looks like it's sticking out quite a bit. The offset is positive. What's positive? Oh, positive is more in, so I don't know. Let me see what the offset is on this. I know that's a plus 40, okay, guys? The stock Toyota rim is 35, right? So these ones stick out more. They stick out more, but they're narrower, okay? So yeah, I think more positive offset with a wider wheel. All right, so these wheels are smaller, but they're wider, okay? This is a 17 by 8, and I think this is a 18 by 7. Let me see. Yeah, 18 by 7. Okay. It's a scoop, man. The back is nice, really nice on these. Not bad for 40,000 miles. Okay, well, check it out, man. It looks sweet. I have to say that I was kind of up in the air whether I like the naked look, all right, where you can see behind the wheel a whole lot, all right, and I think it looks good on a Rav4 because the rotors, or the brake calipers and the brake rotors are big on this guy, all right. They fill it up nicely, okay. I don't think you can get a 16 on here. It's kind of, that would be really iffy, guys. Maybe the right size 16 might fit on it, all right, but yeah. Oh yeah, let's check how much poke it's got. All right, no, not really any poke at all. It's flush, guys. It pretty much lines up with the fender flare here, okay. And if anything, it sticks out a teeny tiny bit, just a little bit. So the 245 is perfect, all right, guys. 245 and the 17 by 8s is perfect. It looks like it belongs on there, guys. And also they look meatier, all right. I always thought these guys were kind of dinky looking. They're kind of narrow, all right. These are much thicker, guys. Look at that. It looks like a proper truck tire. So say, all right. I know it's not a truck, but I am kind of worried that it raised up a little bit, and when I tow, it's going to be kind of crooked, though. I'll have to drive it around and see how it is. But yeah, it looks good. It's flush, man. It's just a teeny tiny little poke, just a little bit. Yeah, I could see the raised lettering. All right, guys, you can see the raised lettering. This is just a little bit of poke, just a little. All right. Yeah. Actually, it looks like it's cambered a little bit. It sticks out. Well, I guess the bumper is a little bit narrower on the bottom. So, yeah, I wonder if that's going to affect the aerodynamics. That's a good question. Okay, the back looks good. Everything is in there. All right. It looks like it maybe pokes out a tiny bit, just a little bit. Maybe maybe not even a 1/4 inch, not a lot. All right, it pokes out the front a little bit, but the back looks like it actually fits better. Okay, and my back has like a lot of wheel gap, guys. so that kind of makes the wheel gap smaller. So in my opinion, looks much better. This looks like the proper tire for this vehicle, in my opinion, guys. Okay, this looks like the proper tire. It fit perfectly, guys. I did a lot of research in 245/65. We'll have to see how the gas mileage will be, all right, and the handling and all that stuff. I will talk about it when I review these tires in the future and the wheels, all right. But yeah, I like it. I like it a whole lot. I like the color. I wish the color of the wheel was a little darker, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I wish it was more gunmetal-y. Well, this is kind of black. This is really dark. This is gunmetal. All right, I wish it was kind of more, maybe a little bit lighter than that. Just a tad bit lighter would be nice. All right, but yeah, it's fine. A little. This wheel is called Storm Gray. All right, that's the color. They had, I think, gunmetal gloss or glossy gunmetal for the TS6, the T6R, guys. So. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go put all this stuff away, take it for a quick ride around the block. Yeah, so it's more of a like kind of entertainment vlog, guys. And so in the next video, we're gonna go take this guy to Auto Innovations in Milpitas, and we'll get a wheel alignment and have the TPMS sensors reprogrammed for this one. Okay, since I got new sensors. Thanks for watching. Hayes Mig out. That's Hayes Miga's Enkei TS-5 and Falken WildPeak AT Trail install done. All right, now we just need to get all the other little stuff done, and then we'll be good to go for 60,000 miles, guys. So I won't probably have to do anything with these tires. I mean, I'll be rotating them, you know, and I do all the rotations myself. I don't want anybody touching these wheels but me. Okay, guys. Yeah. All right. I don't want freaking Toyota to touch them or America's Tire. For the most part, if I get a flat tire, I'll probably fix them myself, okay? And also, just in case you guys don't know, I bought these tires at Tire Rack, and they have like a 2-year road hazard warranty. So I think if anything happens to the tire in 2 years where it damaged beyond repair, they'll replace it, okay? And people will probably replace like 2 of them, okay? That's my guess, because you can't just replace one. Okay, so make sure you keep your receipts if you order from Tire Rack. All right, thanks for watching. Hayes Mig out. That's the info.